guys, what is up? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day because I'm, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So Jyai is set to explode. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, I don't really care, guys. My heart is in Jyai. That's why I've been covering it for months, and I'm going to carry on for months and years, whatever it takes. I'm here for the long run. Simple as that. Now, let's make it very clear to you, for those of you that have any doubts. Yes, we had a crazy pump. We had a cool down, but it doesn't mean anything. In fact, I would say this is a second chance and an opportunity for another life. Okay, it's pretty much like if you were to die and they were to rejuvenate you and give you another life and give you the opportunity to do things right. Okay, so this is how I see the future. Tier 1 exchange listings, more influencers jumping in, and crazy FOMO. Is this going to happen? Absolutely, guys. The dev behind this team, okay, behind Jyai, behind the community, everything, has already done so much, so many exchange listings. How many coins out there do you see with that many exchange listings that are sitting around 5 million market cap? Not that many. And when you already get so many, that means you put up money, you put on the time, the effort, and so on. So you're just going to carry on going. You can't, jump off now. It's like, I don't know, if you were holding on to a helicopter that wants to go to a destination, and you're already up in the air because you've held so high. What, are you just going to jump off? You might as well try and hold yourself until the very end, until it reaches the destination, which isn't that far away, okay? But the point is that I'm trying to make is that things are happening. Things are coming. Big discussions are being made in the Telegram. Interesting things will be planned out, and big goals will be achieved. Now, if we go on, the X account, we've got giveaways going on as usual. You've got, of course, different exchanges promoting it, the influencers and so on. But also there is the whole big fundraising going on right now. We are trying to get a very big exchange on board. But you know how these exchanges work, right? They're not easy to get. Guys, they really are not easy to get because you have to satisfy a lot of the criteria. We're talking about volume, holders, so many different things. But most importantly, it's just very expensive. Like a crypto.com exchange listing will cost 600K. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. And if a dev is willing to put up that much money, it's because there's faith in the project. Now, of course, Crypto.com isn't the only one, and we're still not sure, from what I understand, which one we want to be on, okay? Because there are many options, and a plan will be laid out. Because when you start completing the phases, phase 1 and phase 2 were easier because the exchange listings were smaller. They're not as costly. But when you start talking about the big boys, Binance, Coinbase, all these, they are tricky. The best of the best get listed. But you know what? When you get on top of these exchanges, when you get in those exchanges, whoa. I mean, guys, it is wild what could happen to Jyai. And this is why Jyai is actually holding right now a fundraising for these exchanges. Remember, the dev is putting up a lot of money for the next exchange listings. But also us as a community, because we are many, we can also contribute. Someone actually made a comment and said, I'm not sure about it. Look, if we were all to go in and to contribute, and it is your choice, but logically think about it, your bag could pump, in the next few days, crazy, and you will recover everything. You will make so much more money. That's how it works. And if you just sit there and you're like, I'm not sure, it's someone said unprofessional. I'm thinking, what are you even talking about? What do you mean unprofessional? Like, at the end of the day, it's a meme coin. Like, if the dev wanted to, he would have already walked away ages ago if he was bad or had some bad intentions. Why is he putting up so much money for the listings? And the moment when the dev actually asks for help and somebody starts questioning, I think is ridiculous. Nobody should be questioning anything because a lot has already been done. This has been around for months and months and months. And I know a lot of you have failed in your investments in the past in other coins. And a lot of you are sticking now in Jyai because you know it's going to come with a big pump. So open your eyes, okay, and understand that what is being done here is great. It's all for the future. So yes, money's being raised for the next big exchange. So there you have it. Okay, you can go check it out on the X account. Here's the wallet. If you go and join the socials, they'll tell you how much they've already raised. Everything is transparent. And bit by bit, guys, we are going to get the big exchanges. And that's where you're going to see the wild FOMO. Influencers talking, discussions, so much going on. Now, let me make you a little bit excited here. Let me show you guys, just to get you a little bit excited, how much one of my followers managed to make from Jyai. You see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm seeing? Nearly $500,000. $500,000. I mean, that is crazy. Someone sent me their wallet and showed me what they made. And this was because I spoke. I spoke the truth, and I've been speaking the truth for so long. So good on that person. Great stuff. And I believe it has so much more potential. This wallet is going to turn into millions and millions of dollars. This is real faith. And this person has been around for months. This doesn't happen just, overnight. And this isn't even at the peak when Jyai was like 21 million market cap. So you can just imagine. But let me show you and tell you, actually, better I'll tell you what is going to be happening with Jyai. For those of you that think, there isn't much work being done behind the scenes. So Alexander, okay, one of the people, well, let's say the Los Angeles Jyai liaison, so is coming up with a lot of marketing for Jyai. So there's going to be a billboard company. Let me just go back on the chart here. Okay, so there's going to be a billboard company that will be posting spots in multiple locations around LA. We're talking about 2 red carpet events coming up in the month of August that will reveal a backdrop of Jyai and will be hosting some celebrities. So that is some serious influence. Guys, when the celebrities start coming in and talking about Jyai, it's going to be wild. This thing is set to go to billions of dollars in market cap. A street artist by the name of Lady One so there will be basically a painting, a 3-story building, a mural in downtown LA art district, I imagine, of Jyai. Okay, so that's going to be very nice. Partnerships established with a winery in Malibu to host a Jyai the Turtle wine tasting. So a lot of events happening in real life as well. That is how much work is going to be done. Outside in the real world, and obviously in the virtual world, we're trying to get all the exchanges, the social media. So there's work being done. The team's here working for the bags. And you have to understand, we could already get a tier 1 exchange listing if all of you actually managed to contribute. There's so many people that are in Jyai. If everybody went in, and actually thought logically, okay, if I contribute and everybody contributes and we get a tier 1 listing, our bags, will grow so much more that these contributions were so worth it. Now, if you are like thinking, oh no, I'll just watch others contribute, I'm just gonna stick there, and we never managed to reach a goal in terms of contributions. In the end, ladies and gentlemen, you're not actually even winning out, because it'll just go down and down and down. We need big pushes. So much has already been done. You can go on the website, bro. Sometimes you're gonna have to make contributions. Look, in the past, I've done my fair bit. So I've contributed hundreds of dollars, sometimes went even over $1,000, thousands of dollars, I would even say, to make things work. Because that's how it works. When the community comes together and they raise money to get listings, to push the bags higher and higher and higher. So, like I've said, at the end of the day, this is a team effort. The dev will do most of it. But when now the days are becoming, very, very interesting in terms of what is the next step, because we've already done so much, this is what is being planned out. So, as I've said, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. I know it's very intense. These videos can be very intense, but I'm just kind of laying you the roadmap. This isn't just a matter of us just saying, oh yeah, Jerry to the moon, Jerry to the moon. I've seen a lot of coins out there, their communities, their telegrams, socials. This is all they, post, and they never actually show any results. No dev is going to be putting up hundreds of thousands of dollars. But this dev, yes. And you can actually see all the allocations of money, everything. Just join the socials, check it out, and you will actually understand why this is all being done. Because I know some of you are like, oh no, I'm going to go find another coin. Boom, invest into that coin. It gets rugged because a lot of you don't even understand, how selfish many of the creators, the devs are. They're just cheating on you, and that's it. And you lose all that money. But what if we were to collect all that money and actually drive Jerry to the moon? It would have been so simple. That is the greatest plan ever. And it has, Jerry generally has so much behind it to show the people what it has done, that this is a serious project. This isn't like Jerry just came out randomly yesterday and now we're basically like, oh yeah, we need to raise money. No, absolutely not. And many more exchange listings will be happening meanwhile, while, the big tier 1 is being prepared. It's not easy to get a tier 1. That's like a top 5, top 10 exchanges, but it does open a lot of doors. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.